for sure from since 2-3 years, marks which are awarded in GS is very less marks have been given. If you see the marks of this year also, I'll tell, in paper 1 comes history plus geography, very less marks. I think I haven't found any student, or hardly there might be 1 to 2 students in the entire crowd who have crossed 100, three digit marks. Imagine, out of 250 we are not able to cross 100 also. It seems like we have failed in this thing, graduation. This thing only is, I only got 78 marks. This is the marks actually, I'm telling. 78, imagine. 78 out of 250. Just 30% marks. So less it is. But correction is very tough. Syllabus is very tough. How? History you will see, Indian history, world history, every form of history. In geography, world geography, Indian geography, everything is there. Okay. Second paper is polity. Just polity, sociology, international relation. Just now I told that polity will really help you in prelims, but polity will not at all help you in mains. It is the worst performer in mains. The marks you will see, rank 1 65, rank 2 63, this type of marks is there out of 250. Imagine 65 68 marks is like people are getting. Majority of them is having between 30 to 40 marks out of 250, and they are shocked. They are saying कि यार क्या लिखे, मतलब what have we written that we are getting just 30 marks and 35. At least we have written so well answers and we are getting 40 marks. What is the evaluation? Evaluation is very strict. I got only 71 marks. Imagine, less than 30% also. Now comes the paper 3, science and tech. Economics, environment, ecology. If you are a bit thorough about the concepts of science and tech, and you have a flavor of contemporary situation, and you know about some economics, some social issues of economics and all, and about environment and all, and if you write well, definitely three digit marks is possible. But again, very rare I have seen. I got 103, but rank 1, rank 2 both are in I think 90 or 85. I don't know. They are double digits. Maximum marks stretches 60 to 90 in paper 2, in paper 3. So, but I can tell you, in this one you can get more marks. Paper 3. Paper 2 I can't say because it is very risky now in polity, because what they want, anyone can't predict. Now comes this paper, fourth paper, the newly paper called ethics. It is really a game player. If you have written good answers, I bet you will definitely end up in 3 digit marks. Many have got, many in the sense they have all, like all the rankers I am saying, from 1 to 100 and all, they have got in 100 to 110 range. This is the max. I got 142. I don't know what I wrote, but I got 142. So I'll tell you how I wrote, I'll tell that. But this paper will really help you. If you have written a good flavored answer in ethics, you will end up with 125 or 125 plus. And that marks, if you get, samajh jao, you are totally in. Now comes the essay. This is the most dicey part of the UPSC since 90s, 80s and all. Why? Either this will give you very high or it will give very low. And you are not at all sure. It is very, very relative actually. In the sense that one boy I met, he cleared last year mains but couldn't qualify finally, and he got very 20 marks, 120 marks in essay, but he got very less marks in GS and optionals, but 120 marks. This year he got 20 marks. What is the actually correlation is not there. How can it be possible a person with such a good expression, with good knowledge, he's getting 120 in last year and now he's getting 20 marks? How? It's really, he was very sad actually. So essay part, there are mainly topics like, first will always be a philosophical essay, like this year also, that Mahatma Gandhi. So philosophical essays, I'll advise you don't attempt. I have seen 90% of the students who have attempted philosophical essays have ended up with 60 to 70 marks only. Very good students also, those who had very good writing skill and all, have ended up with 70. So never attempt that philosophical essay of Gandhiji or whatever philosophers it is. It is very risky. Always try to go for those essays which have very scientific portion or very economical portion, like that, where like PPP and all, this year this GDP came, science and technology came. Always try to go, because in that what happens, you have sufficient point to correlate, you have sufficient expression also, and you can combine them and have your views. So that will help you to get plus 100 marks. Out of it's more than 100. So that will really help you. If you attempt question mark wala essay, that's another risky point. Like some days, I don't know, should euthanasia be legalized, and there was a question mark. Very bad marking was given on that. So don't try to be apart from that philosophical essay and this question mark essays, because it is very risky actually, because they are not going to ask your view. I'll tell you why question mark essays is very difficult, because essay they're not asking your answer. They're not asking what should euthanasia be. What do students do? They write yes, it should be legalized, no, this, that and all. They're not asking that. They want to make the flavor of the essay with question mark only. You have to give both the judgments and then you have to write should euthanasia be legalized? Question mark. Essay, the flavor, what it is asked should be reflected. You are not supposed to write the answer, yes it should be or no it should not be, because they're not asking essay. There is a write an essay on the following topic. Finished. So you are on the topic should be highlighted. This is what is needed. So this is about your GS 1, 2, 3, 4. Now comes your optional. Optional was really a deciding factor, because in two cases. First, if you have chosen an optional, I have interacted with very good rankers and they have chosen their optional out of interest. They didn't go with a rat race, 90% of the students are taking this sociology, so I will take that. No. They told me that I wanted to go with economics, law, because I was well confident in that. I had a graduation in that, this, that and all. And we were very much confident. They have scored very good marks. Rank 1 has got 292 marks in economics. 292 is very high, very high. Law, I also, one girl, I think, I don't remember her name, she has got 260, I don't know, some marks have gone. Medical science, 262, rank 5. So imagine the marks. But very few people have crossed 250. Half means. Majority of the chunk in optional is lying between 210 to 230 rankers I'm talking. This is rankers marks I'm saying. 210 to 230. Why? Again, sociology, geography. Geography has performed little bad this time. And sociology also. So, think and decide. Many of my friends were from engineering background and they had like civil engineering and all. And they took geography. Simply. There is it's easy here, or it will be main with some GS and all also, it will help. Nothing it helped. It devastated their life also. They are ended up 140, 150 marks. So just think and decide. Optional, I'll tell afterwards what factors are responsible. Now you will see the total marks statistics. If the total marks stats, you will see out of 1750, that is for mains marks, and interview is 275. The total is 20 to 25. Out of this 1750, the cutoff is 564. Now you imagine. Now you will laugh. What is this? This to I can score anyhow. It is really tough. 564 is the cutoff to just qualify mains. 1750 and plus 275 interview, not 2025. 775 is the final cutoff to clear this UPSC exam. 775 out of 2025. Imagine. Now, thing is, IS, the last ranker who is going to get IS in general class I'm talking, is I think 838 marks. 838 marks, rank 115 or 116 it will go. So 838 marks and 775. The difference is 63 marks. 63 marks difference, 800 students are there. Now you imagine the context. 63 marks difference, 800 students. 1 marks, 40 students are there, 30 students. So now you should understand the importance of 1 marks. With 1 marks, a person has to again write the exam for getting into IS because the person has got into IPS. A person who's got 837, he might be so sad that he has to again write the exam to get into IS just because of 1 marks. If agar ise ye mil jata to. So this is the context, the marking. How clubbing, the marks are very much clubbed. So there lies the importance of interview. Why is interview important? Actually, when you will see 1750 and 275, very large variation. If you'll see what the interview is least important, no. Interview is very important. Why? Only one reason is when you will see the statistics of mains marks, majority, 90% of the students are been clubbed in the marks range of 600 to 630. Majority. Every one you will see 620 or not. I'm talking of rankers. Majority students I'm talking 620, 630, 640 like that. Majority have been clubbed in this. Now imagine, for this you have to get in interview some 170, 180 like this. If you get this much, you are in. Otherwise, if you end up with 130, 140, out. This is the context why interview is important in UPSC. Otherwise, UPSC interview is not at all important. When you see the marks range 1750, 275, no comparison. कोई comparison ही नहीं है. But why? Because of this clubbing. You will see it will be clubbed. So my main advice to you is concentrate mainly on your mains marks. Try to get maximum mains marks, maximum, like try to get such a way that you are qualified without interview also. I got 796 in mains. So just 775 was the cutoff. So try to get this type of marks. If you get this type, you don't need interview. But it's very difficult actually. Saying is very easy. It's very difficult actually, but it's not at all difficult. You can do with the strategies what I'm going to say. So my main advice from this point is focus on your mains. Mains is the most vital part. Mains is the most important part to succeed in this exam, because interview definitely you will end up with 170, 180 if something bad that doesn't happen. Okay? Because an interview is very subjective also. You can't rely on interview and go. It's very subjective. I'll tell you from my own experience. I just faced 2 interviews the same year, one forest and one administration. In forest, I got 200. In administrative, this time I got only 138. I don't know how. The chief forest wala, the board I got was Alka Sirohi's board. She's to be a very conservative in marking. She's very strict and she's very high tech and all, and she doesn't give much marks. She has been the secretary and all also. And she gave me 200 marks in forest. After 3 months, I'm going for this interview, and that lady, Kilem Sungla, she gave me 138. And I don't know her mood was off that day or what. None of the students who were in my batch who were in that day, they couldn't clear also. Now imagine. Very good student, she gave 145, 130, 135, and so this is the case. So don't rely on interview, not at all, because interview is so subjective. You can't predict. She said me at the last, all the very best for your future, and hope to all the very best and wish you a very good life ahead. I was very happy. Wow, yaar, I think she's going to give me some 200 marks. And imagine when my results was out, I saw my 3rd rank and I was praying to God and thanking this lady. Imagine. I'm thanking this lady. Thank you, Kilem Sungla ma'am. To God I'm saying. Imagine how fool I was. What the hell? If she would have given me at least 170 marks, I would be first ranker. See? Fate and fortune is actually decided by God. So this is the thing. So interview should not at all be, because some more experiences you'll get. One boy of 2007 or 8 batch, that Karthik. One boy was there. He got in first attempt, he got some 200 marks. But because of his poor marks in mains, he couldn't clear. 200 marks in interview. Second attempt, he got very good marks in mains, but 50 marks in interview. See? How can a person's personality be changed such drastically that a person is getting 200 and then 50? And then again, he got in next final attempt, that third attempt, I think 220, and he got first rank. So see, the subjectivity. So focus is just rely on mains. Interview, you will do well. If you get the gents board, they are very good. Gents board will give you average marks and you will be in comfortable zone. Ladies board is very risky. Ladies board you can't rely. Alka Siroi, Rajni Rajdan, and this Kilem Sungla. These 3 boards are very risky. I don't know what they want. But for gents board, for sure, if you have given a normal interview also, you will get with 170, 180 and you will be in. So I was praying to God that I should get this Kilem Sungla. And God also accepted me. And he gave me Kilem Sungla's ma'am board. And she screwed me so badly. And saying also that I wish you all the very best for your future. This is it. I was so happy. All my faculty said that you will get some 200, 205. And this is the 138 marks she gave me. So now I'll start with your strategy of mains. First of all, you need to study only one newspaper. Don't study much, first of all. This exam is not at all about research orientation and keep studying like mad. Nothing like that. Always have one thing. Whenever you start your preparation, always have one thing. This is my first and last attempt. Don't try to think that second attempt, third, fourth, and all 5th, 6th, whatever it is. Don't think. Always have the feeling this is my first and last attempt. I can't judge. Because actually, I know even we are students, so in fact, we get bored up. This bored up factor is very relevant in our life. We get bored up, we get negative approach and all those things. So start with only, I'll tell you very easy way. Don't study much. Very, very limited study. Be bindas yaar. So just refer Hindu newspaper. Only one newspaper. No economic times, no financial news, nothing like that. Just refer Hindu. In that also, try to focus on editorial section. That is very important. And that also especially all the articles and the letter to editor section. In that, the letter to editor, you will get the viewpoints. Because in UPSC, I'll tell you what matters. This was said by some of the senior professors of DU. The marking pattern is like 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 of the total marks. 1/3 is for content. How nicely you write your content of the answer which is asked, of the question. 1/3 is you have to highlight on contemporary relevance. Any content what is asked, you have to give examples of contemporary factors, what is happening in that context in now, matlab now age, and contemporary factor will help you to get 1/3. And 1/3, this is the major factor which will decide your entire marks. This is your viewpoint, suggestion and conclusion. These three things. Viewpoint is very important in IAS because government is going to make you secretary, deputy secretary, additional secretary, joint secretary, cabinet secretary. Everywhere your viewpoint will be taken. You will be asked to design a policy. If you don't have your viewpoint, how will you design your policy? Bookish study won't help you in deciding a viewpoint. Viewpoint means whatever you are studying, what are your views? What are your positive views? What is your balanced view? That is important here. So if you give your viewpoint, your suggestions, what should be done by the government, by the anything, and what is the final conclusion, these three things will help you to give a final frame to your answer, and this 1/3 marks will change into 2/3 for sure. If this part is bad also, content is मान लो very limited, मान लो you don't know a lot, ठीक है, is bad also, this is also normal, but this part you have done very well, you will end up with 4 to 5 marks out of 10 for sure. But imagine your content is very good. You have written a hell lot of articles, this, that, and you have justified your answer with quotations, this, that, and all. But this part is lacking. Views, suggestion, and all. You are not fit to be an IAS, and that person will give you 1 out of 10 or 1.5, not more than that. Because you are not fit to be an IAS officer. Because you don't have a viewpoint. You don't have your personal stand. Personal stand is very important. So importance lies here. Viewpoint. So this Hindu will help you. That because I can't, even now you will start your preparation, man lo now you are going to start your preparation, the section that will call letter to editor plus some articles, that will help you to form your viewpoint, and you can write. Always have the writing thing, because you know reading a newspaper is worthless, is useless if you don't write, for sure, because it's all human brain, we all tend to forget. After 10 days you read a book and just tell me, I will ask you a question without revising, you won't be able to answer a single question. So whatever you are reading, just try to write down in your own words. That is very important because it will really help you in revision. Okay. So this thing is just writing, because what I'll tell you, practical thing, students are very lazy. This is very true. Even I'm also. So we use like con likhe yaar, this, that we'll cut clippings and all those things of the news. This is not done. This is not done. Actually not done. This is very lazy part. Don't do this, because one of my roommate was that he used to cut that clipping and keep that, and then at the last he had hell lot of newspaper clippings, but nothing he studied, just threw in the dustbin. What's the use? So use is have this part and write down with your own hand. That is very important, because when you will revise, your own hand and brain will work. This is very important. So Hindu newspaper, don't study more than one news, because reading a newspaper is very tough. Single newspaper also is very boring. Most boring part is that reading newspaper, because since mains I haven't read a single newspaper. It's the most boring part in a student's life, not in like elders and 40 years life. 40 years people enjoy this reading, but students don't enjoy newspaper. At least they might enjoy some Bollywood news and Hollywood news, but not this article thing, especially editorial section, what has been criticized, what is India in Indo-Nepal ties, Indo-Bhutan ties and all. No one is interested. This is very frank. I don't think here some Einstein is sitting. So this thing is only newspaper. Now magazines will come. Magazines, I can bet any student who is here who has read the entire magazine of a month also, like PD and all, no one can read. Entire magazine is also very tough to cover up. So just if you have a magazine called PD, Pratyogita Darpan is a good magazine. It is easy actually, so I'm saying. So PD, just buy it. Always go through the important highlighted articles. Articles in the sense is the main points. Just go through that, and whatever you find it more important, try to write down in your copy, because after 5 months that magazine also will also be thrown. You are not going to again open it and revise, and you're such a not a punctual student. No one is there actually. So just what you have to do, you have to just write down important key points. Don't study the entire magazine. Yeah, for mains, one magazine more I'll say, that Yojana. It will really help you in your science and tech answer writing. Answer writing will be held by Yojana. So try to study Yojana. It's a very good magazine, very authentic magazine, and it has very good points. And it is a very cheap magazine, 10 to 20 rupees I think, and very small also. So you can just read. 5 to 6 article comes in a month. This will help you in your answer writing, and one PD you can take for a month. Apart from that, you did not study anything. No other newspaper, no magazine, nothing. Now comes second part is your books. To be very frank, very honest, I didn't study a single book. I didn't study Bipin Chandra because I did my BTech from VIT, and I think VIT life you might be knowing. We all were like always enjoying and all. We never used to like concentrate on books and study. It's very tough to study a book also. So books and all also, but I did a coaching. So coaching helped me in that thing, because in GS, what is the role of that coaching? I'll tell. GS, the entire matter is universe. This is what for truth, because GS they have given the syllabus general studies, anything they can ask. Now what do coaching do? They consolidate the entire material into this small part. Now you have to read this. Second thing, coaching will give you a guidance in your answer writing. Now I'll come on that. What is answer writing for your mains, which is going to help you? I have seen many students, many of my relatives also, and many of my known people, they have filled their book, their room like this library, like so many books is there. When I went to them, what the hell is this, yaar? I don't have any book also. I have just copies, written copies. Shit, yeah, this I don't have anything. What is this? And he couldn't qualify. For 4 attempts also he couldn't qualify. Why? Just kept on reading. It's of no use. If you want to clear UPSC, it's very good if you have passion to read. I'm not saying it's very good if you have passion to read, but I don't think someone has passion to read Bipin Chandra. I don't think someone has a passion to read this type of books. So I'll tell you, these books, if you keep reading, no use. So don't study only that book which is possible for you for revising 5 to 10 times, and I don't think it is possible for you to revise 5 to 10 times a single book. I bet if anyone says that I can revise, I bet no, it's not possible. So what is needed? Important points you have to jot down in the book if you are reading, or if coaching has been, like if you're taking some coaching, then the material which has been supplied, try and the notes which you're getting in the class, try to read that. Even coaching material is not read, we can't read. We get a hell lot of material. No one reads that. Seriously, it's a true fact. So what is need? What you have to read? I'm saying everything. Don't read the what to read. You have to read the class notes. Class notes are very good actually. The coaching where we will take the class notes which you will get, class material, the questions and all. That is very important. Now I'll come on answer writing. This is the only part which can help you to make IAS officer within a frame of just 9 months. I'm not saying to study for 2 years, 4 years, 10 years, nothing like that. If you are a person with 6 pointer also, 10 pointer also, doesn't matter. Nothing matters in your answer writing. What it matters is how well you are equipped with the way of writing and how well practice you do. Now answer writing I'll come. First part is GS1. Answer writing, what it is actually. Answer writing is UPSC is going to check you on what the question has been asked. 99% of the students, when what the question has been asked, they all write all related things. You will get no marks for that. Like the question has asked, list the criticism of that green revolution. So people write what is green